Hey guys, it's video number 6, I think, in my Christmas series, and Christmas is right around the corner. Today's video, I'm going to try and turn things around from my last video, which was a little bit of a downer, a little bit aggressive. I don't know, I was really heated in the moment. Today, I just want to kind of turn that around. I'm still talking about dating because, like I always say, this is all I talk about on my channel, apparently. I wanted to talk about what each of my relationships have taught me and how I've grown from them. And there are other people that I've, in quotes, dated, but these are people that have actually made like a significant difference to me, and I feel like our relationship has impacted my life a little bit more than like just going on a date. So these are like more significant relationships. Even if I wasn't in a committed relationship with them, you get what I'm saying, right? Okay, so I'm gonna start with the first one, which is the first girl I dated. I'm gonna say some names, but I'm not gonna say everyone's names because I don't wanna like give out too much details. So the first relationship that I'm going to talk about is a girl named Mercedes. She was female, and we dated for 3 months, which is not long, but for 8th grade, it was significant. And it was also the first girl that I dated, so it was definitely a significant relationship for me, and I learned to see people as people and not as their gender. At the time, I really didn't think about who I was dating when it came down to their genitalia. I just didn't. I just saw her as a person that I liked, that I wanted to hang out with and get to know in a romantic way, and so I just didn't think about it. And I feel like that has opened my mind up and kind of set the scene for the rest of my dating history and really helps me become who I am today. Simple enough, but a very important relationship, I think. The next one is the person I lost my virginity to, and his name is Ishi. We are extremely close friends now. I go to all his family functions because his cousin is my best friend, and we just have a very close bond now that we're older. And that relationship has taught me so much. Again, it was a 3-month relationship. I lost my virginity to him, so obviously it was very significant relationship to my life. And what I learned from that is that love doesn't have to be romantic all the time. Yes, it was the person I lost my virginity to, but we still love and care about each other, and that it's been, what, 15 years? I don't even know how long it's been. Roughly 10 years since then. Years have passed and we still love each other, and it's not romantic, and it just taught me what love is and how to love somebody, and that real true love doesn't have to be romantic. Even though you may share something so important as like your virginity with someone, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to love that person for the rest of your life in a romantic way. It could mean that you love that person in that time, and that's okay, and that you don't have to have a negative relationship with the person that you lost your virginity to but you don't want to stay with. You don't have to have a bad relationship with that person. Basically, that things don't have to end poorly, and you can still be friends with someone after you share such a emotional thing together, that you can still have a good relationship with someone after. I think we just have this crazy bond, and I will forever love him, and it's not in a romantic way. You can still love this person and not have sex with them and not be romantic with them and still love them in almost the same way, and just like there will always be a place for him in my heart, and I think we'll be friends for our entire lives. The next relationship is one that I had in high school, and his name was Brian. He's a guy, and we were together for like, I think 2 years in high school, and we spent a lot of time together. So something that I learned from this relationship was that time apart is needed and it's okay. I also learned to not stay in something if you are not happy. I think I stayed in this relationship a little bit too long because breaking up is not something that I like to do. I have a really hard time with it, and it taught me that you don't need to stay in something, and it's going to hurt someone longer if you are in it when you are unhappy. It also taught me about friendship because I met one of my best friends through this relationship. Relationship does come second, in my opinion. I think friendships and those bonds are a lot stronger for me and a lot more important to me. And then also being able to know when a relationship needs to end. Okay, so now I'm not going to be saying names anymore, but this relationship was my first like girl relationship out of high school. It was like more of an adult type of thing. We were not officially together, but we dated for around 3 months. It was the first girl relationship outside of being young. This relationship taught me that you cannot be with somebody if you are not secure with yourself. You can't. You need to be 100% happy and comfortable and confident in yourself before you give yourself to somebody else. I was not able to give myself completely to this person, And I think that's what stopped us from actually becoming a couple. I think that if I would have shown more confidence and been able to show my true self and my full self, then I think things would have gone a little bit differently. I was just so uncomfortable with who I was at the time. I just didn't even know how to be myself around someone that I thought was cute. I was so shy. That relationship really taught me that you have to love yourself first before somebody else. So the next two relationships I'm going to pair together, and I will say one of their names, Michaela, who I talk about a lot on my channel, who has been on my channel since we broke up. We talked for like months online, and then we dated for like a week when I went to Canada to visit her. It didn't work out. There was another girl too that I dated, I think right after or right before her, and she lived in Chicago, and it was kind of a similar situation. I learned from both of these relationships that quality time is my love language. I need to have time with the person that I want to be with. So long distance isn't something that works for me for very long. I need to spend time with the person, and I just learned that through these relationships. It's something simple but really important to know and to not put myself through again. Yes, that's something I really think is a good, important thing to learn. So the next one is Sana, who has been on my channel. You guys saw her. She was one of my first like long-term adult relationships. We had our ups and downs, and what I learned from this was that honestly it was the mistakes that I made. It was how to treat somebody, how to love somebody as an adult. Also that, again, how to love again. Like I said, the person I loved before was Ishi, and I will forever love him. But Sana, I really truly loved as well. And it's that same sort of love that I think but will never go away, but it doesn't have to be romantic, and I will forever care for her. So she taught me how to love again and how to be in a relationship, how to be in a committed adult relationship. We both had a lot of learning to do in that relationship. We were both still pretty young, like around, I think we were like 20, 21. And we had a lot of learning to do. But I think it taught us and it established what I want in a relationship and who I need to be for a partner. The next person was Andrew, who I was engaged to. And this relationship, it ended really emotionally. It was hard to deal with it, and it was hard to learn from it, honestly, because I was so emotional about the relationship. But stepping back and looking at everything, I realized that I learned to give, I learned to love, I learned how to support someone through how he treated me. He treated me with love, care, support, and I think I learned so much from how he treated me, and now I'm able to give that to people as well. I've really grown up, honestly. I was grown. I took care of myself. I supported myself, but there's a different type of love and care and support that you need in a relationship, and he really taught that to me because he showed me firsthand how to do those things. And he also taught me how to share. I grew up with one sister and then step siblings. I never really had to share anything. Some things I had to share with my sister, but I don't know. For the most part, I didn't have to share. And he really taught me to share, which is a weird thing that you should learn when you're young, but I had to learn it when I was 23. So the next one is a girl I was dating about a year ago. She taught me a few different things. One, to be super open and honest with where you're at in a relationship. She was really good at this. She did tell me where she was at the entire time. I told her where I was at, and it didn't work out. At the time, it was a little bit frustrating to go through. Obviously, breakups are always frustrating, but when I look back at it, it was very smooth. It was very easy for us to kind of part ways. So it taught me how to let go and just accept that someone can be in your life at a certain point, and it's okay for two people to separate if it's not right. That relationship was meant to be for that time, and it was perfect for that time, but it doesn't mean it needs to continue forever. It's also okay to part ways. So it taught me how to say, you know what, all right, this has ended and this is okay, and we can move on from here, and I don't have to have harsh feelings or negative thoughts. The last one was what I talked about in my last video. If you guys haven't seen that video, check it out. This girl taught me how to honestly be very calm in debate, I guess. In arguments, we never argued. We never really did. But she taught me how to be calm. She was very calm, very collected, and she taught me how to speak from my heart rather than from anger, I guess, if I ever did get angry. We communicated really, really well, and so she taught me a lot about how to communicate. She also taught me how to take my time and not rush into anything. I think that in a lot of my relationships, I felt like I really wanted to rush things. And in this specific one, I didn't. And it kind of showed me that I don't need to do that. I do need to take my time, and that's what's best for me. I can take that going forward into future relationships. So I'm happy with what it taught me. All of my relationships, all the people I've ever been with, I am so grateful for them. And this list of people that I put together for this video, I truly care for these people so much, and they've taught me so much, and they're like, I can't even explain how much I care about these people. Nothing has changed as far as how much I care about them. Like, whether I'm with them or not, they helped me become who I am today, and so I'm happy that I was in these relationships. I'm so grateful for them, and so I don't see any of them as negative. I really don't. I don't see the people as negative, even though it didn't work out, even though we fought. Relationships are tough. Relationships are hard. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be perfect. I'm okay with that. And I appreciate these people for putting up with my bullshit too. I was not perfect in any of these relationships, and so I'm grateful for them. Yeah, I guess that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. I know maybe it's just a reflection video. I hope you guys are able to reflect on your relationships too from this. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in this video right here.